Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to Mrs. F's Finances. My name is Molly, and I'm on a journey to become debt-free. Today, we are going to be setting up the budget for April. I'll be walking you through my income, fixed expenses, variable spending, sinking funds, and of course, my debt payments. I've got some specific goals this month, so I'm making sure every dollar has a job. I'll also share what I'm doing differently in April based on what I learned from last month. So let's get into it. So I have marked all of our paydays. I will be getting paid on March the 26th, my husband the 27th, and then again on the 9th, where my husband will be paid on the 11th. He will actually be paid on the 14th, not the 11th. So he will be paid on the 14th, and I will get paid again on the 23rd. So let's go ahead and mark those. My husband will be paid again at the end of the month on the 28th. However, that will be going towards May. All right, so for our first paycheck, we will be paying the teeth bill, rent, and water. For the second paycheck, where I get paid, it will be the internet, credit card number 1, electric, and my car, teeth, and that is all. So then the next paycheck, where my husband is getting paid, it will be the loan, his car, the second credit card, insurance, and cell phones. And then for my pay, we are going to be putting rent on there, and that way, and then my teeth again. Now we have everything on the calendar, let's get into our monthly budget. Zoom you all in. All right, so this is going to be our monthly budget. We are planning $16.50 for my husband's first paycheck, $12.22 for my first paycheck, and that is because my husband is graduating from Correctional Officer Academy at the beginning of the month, and so I am going to be taking 2 days to be going to that graduation and celebrating his graduating. So my second paycheck is $15.10, and then $15.10 again for the paycheck at the end of the month. So our total income, $71.42. We have the bills section next. We have rent, water, internet, electric, insurance, and our cell phones. And now it's due on the 1st, 8th, 10th, 13th, 20th, and 22nd. Rent is $1,797. We are budgeting $100 for water, $60 for internet, $300 for electric, $235 for insurance, and $465 for cell phones. So this section totals $2,957. The next section is going to be our debt section. And we have teeth, the first credit card, teeth again, my car, the loan, my husband's car, the second credit card, and the third teeth. So this is due on the 1st, 11th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 19th, and 24th. So we have 109, 30, 109, 317, 172, 343, 25, and 109. This section totals $1,214. So for the total of all fixed expenses, it's $4,171, and that will leave us $2,971. Move that down to the next section. We have groceries, eating out, gas, and unplanned. So based on what we did last month, I am upping this to $700. I am going to be keeping the eating out at $200. Gas at $150 because my husband will be coming home. We should not be spending that much in gas this month, but here's to never saying never. We're gonna go ahead and plan 50 to the unplanned, and that will bring this section to $1,100, and that will leave us $1,871. So our dogs, we need $97 to pay off the vet bill so we can get them to the vet and get all of their shots and everything renewed, and then $40 for the new month. And then our car tags are due at the end of April, and we are planning on about $500 for both car tags to renew them, and we need $383 to get to that $500. So this section is $520, and that will leave us $1,351. And then my credit card number 1 and credit card number 2, $515 to pay that off in full, $425 to pay that off in full. So this section is $940, and that will leave us $411 left over. And then that rent, at the end of the month, we are going to put $400 in savings. Since my husband does not get paid for another week after that, we're going to put it in savings until his paycheck, and then I will add that amount to his paycheck, because in the month of May, we are on opposite paychecks. We do not have a single paycheck that is in the same week. So when his paycheck is a little bit lower, usually at the beginning of the month, $1,650, our rent is $1,797. This gives us a buffer as well as money left over for groceries and gas to get us to that following week when I get paid. So that leaves a rollover of $11. Now that we have our monthly budget, let's go through here and do some highlighting. And that way, visually, we can see what bills and what debt is going to go together. So for that first paycheck, second paycheck, third paycheck, and fourth paycheck. Now let's get into the paycheck breakdown. So this is pay number 1, and that goes from March the 26th through April the 8th. And that equals out to $2,872. We have our bills section, rent and water, $17.97 and $100. That totals $18.97. And then our debt, we only have the teeth on this one as being due anyway, and that is $109. So for this section, equals $2,006, leaving us $866 left over. We have groceries, eating out, gas, and unplanned. So we have $350, $100, $75, and $25. That equals $550 for this section, leaving us $316 left over. So for the dogs, $97 to get us caught up and $5 to get us ahead. Car tags, we are going to put $96. This means we have $35 remaining and $287 remaining that we need to put. This is the amount that we will need over the rest of the month to get that to where it needs to be. So this section is $198, and that leaves us $118. We have my credit card number 1 and credit card number 2, and that is going to be $59 a piece, leaving us with the zero-based budget. So we have $456 remaining and $366 remaining. And this is paycheck number 1. All right, so paycheck number 2. And that goes from $4.09 to $4.13, where I get paid we have the internet bill, electric bill, and that was $60 and $300, equaling $360. And then we have our debt section of the debts that are due. So when I planned this out, I planned to also pay hubby's car. So we're gonna update that. All right, so that is $30, $109, $317, and $343. And that totals $799, bringing this section to $1159, and that leaves us $351. So groceries, eating out, gas, and unplanned are all going to be $0. And then we have the dogs and the car tags. We're gonna put 10 this time and 96. So that means we have 25 remaining. I keep putting that in the wrong place. 25 remaining and 191 remaining. This section is 106, leaving us 245. And then we have credit card number 1 and credit card number 2, 123 and 122, 245, leaving us again a zero-based budget. This means we have 303 remaining on the credit card and 244 remaining on the second credit card. Now let's get into paycheck number 3. Pay number 3, and that goes from April the 14th through April the 22nd. And there's nothing too particularly special about this day, other than it is my birthday, and it is a big birthday. I will be turning 40, and I know most people don't talk about age on the internet, but 40 is kind of a big deal to me because 1, I don't feel like I'm 40, and 2, mostly just that I still feel 22 and I'm 20 years behind where I should be. But no matter what, I am looking forward to this birthday, and we don't really have much planned, at least that I'm aware of anyway. So this paycheck is my husband's paycheck, and we are planning on $1,250 for him, and he will be paying insurance and the cell phones. And then our debt section is going to be the loan, and insurance is $235. Cell phones are $465. I'm gonna have to go get a different pen. I have to change pens here. $465, and that totals $700. The loan is $172. And this section adds up to $872. That leaves us $378 left over. We have groceries, eating out, gas, and unplanned. So $200 for groceries, $50 for eating out, $25 for gas, and $0 for unplanned. This section is $275, leaving us $103. Bring that back up to this section up here for our sinking funds. We have dogs and car tags. Put $5, $96, and that equals out to 101, leaving us $2 left over. And that means we have 20 remaining and 95 remaining. So we are going to roll that over and zero base budget. All right, final paycheck, number 4, and that goes from the 23rd through the 28th. And this is my paycheck and 1510. For bills, we have 0. And for debt, we just have my teeth. It's 109. So this section is 109 total. And that leaves us 1401. We're gonna do 150 for groceries. Eating out, gas, and unplanned. That's 50, 75, and 25. So this section totals up to 300, leaving us 1101 left over. And 95, so that equals 115. That leaves us 986 left over. So 303 to pay off credit card number 1, 244 to pay off credit card number 2, totaling 547, leaving us 439. So 439, we have rent of 400, rollover of 9, and then discrepancy of $30. I'm not sure where that goes, but either way, if it goes towards the unplanned, that's fine too. I have gone back through all of the pays and I'm not sure exactly where it goes to, but that's all right. So this section is for 39, leaving us a zero-based budget. All right, so that wraps up my April budget. Getting the April budget set up anyway. If you are budgeting for April too, let me know what your biggest goal is for this month. Mine obviously is having the dogs fully funded, the car tags fully funded, and paying off those 2 credit cards in full. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next video. I appreciate you watching this very long video of mine, and appreciate you being here. Let's make April a financially strong month together. So I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.